So I'm liking this new tribe, but I'm learning a lot of people are conversating on Harry Potter and horoscopes and all these things and Broadway shows. And I'm like, I know nothing about this stuff. So I'm hoping that that doesn't dwindle my game and silence me out to where they start bonding. So I'm hoping that we talk about something else. That's it.
Okay.
The advantage I received for solving the logic puzzle from hell was the idle nullifier, which means that I can put it in the urn, when I vote and say I'm going to use my nullifier for X person. So it's pretty cool, but I just haven't heard that much about idols. So I don't know. I should ask about that next time I'm in a room with people.
Kirka, getting your first look at the new Iguazu tribe, Selkirk voted out. Sarah has now joined the Iguazu tribe, and Lee, you are rejoining the Iguazu tribe.
Yep. So, final 12 challenge, think steady. For your next challenge, tribal immunity is not up for grabs. Individual immunity is what you covet. And for two of you, that's exactly what you'll earn. One member from each tribe will win individual immunity, which means you will be competing against each other. Both tribes are attending tribal council tonight separately, and two people will be voted out of this game. Immunity has never been more important than it is right now. Let's get to the challenge. All players will stand on their tippy toes. Using their foreheads, a wall, and 2 solo cups, players will need to keep a ping pong ball from falling to the ground by keeping the right amount of pressure applied. The mouth of the cups must be against your forehead and the wall, and the ping pong ball will be between the bottoms of both cups. The one person from each tribe to last the longest will win individual immunity, and the tribe with the longest lasting tribe member will earn an advantage in the game. So just because you win on your tribe does not mean the challenge is over. And along with individual immunity, reward is also up for grabs this round.
So do you want to know what you're playing for?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, please.
Yes.
The person that lasts the longest will receive a hidden immunity idol replica from Freak Like Me Etsy. They make a whole bunch of high quality survivor replica items like this fire token, the idol you'll receive, and even individual immunity necklaces. Along with that, the rest of the winning tribe will win a 10% discount to their Etsy shop. Now that you know what you're playing for, before we get started, Lee, last round you had no choice in being captured, but now you do have a choice. You must choose 2 people to give an advantage to in this challenge, 1 member from each tribe.
I'm assuming that can't be myself.
It can be yourself.
Oh, okay. I will give an advantage to myself. And I will give the other advantage to, let's give it to V.
All right. So
Okay.
your advantage in this challenge is 30 you'll start 30 seconds later than the rest of the group. So we'll give you a cue. All right, V and Lee, you will now go on your tiptoes, etc., etc. All righty. Ready to get started?
Okay, I'm going to count you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on hands off the cups. And Austin's already out. Lydia's out.
You don't have to do anything for 30 seconds, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Emily's out too.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. V and Lee.
Vee and Lee got a 30-second wait. They're now in.
Jon looking steady.
Everyone looking pretty steady right now. We could be going a while.
Oh, and just as we say that, Vee out of the challenge.
And just like that, we have 4 people from Kirka, 4 people from Iguazu remaining.
Oh, Lex out of the challenge. Luckily, his cry for help there did not startle anybody else. They are still solid in this challenge.
Yeah, I did calves yesterday.
Oh, Sarah out of the challenge. Oh, Jonathan
drops.
out of nowhere.
That was so random.
One slight move can cause that ping pong ball to drop.
That leaves 2 people left from New Kirka in Lo and Luke. 3 Iguazu and Jon, Lee, and Ben. Luke drops. Lo has 1 immunity for Kirka, but can still stay on.
To win that reward for the rest of her tribe and herself.
For Iguazu is still between Lee, Jon, and Ben. Those calves must be burning right now.
Oh, Ben seems pretty confident right now. He's all good.
Hey, you can feel it in a lot of places. You can feel it in your legs,
Lo
your
is in a
neck,
tricky position
your back.
here. Oh, whoa. Do not finish that sentence.
I wasn't.
Okay, good.
And Lo drops.
Good job,
Lo,
Lo.
you did win individual immunity for your tribe, but the reward will be going to the Iguazu tribe. But who will be winning that replica idol?
Three people who want it bad. But how bad do they want it? Jon drops. It's now between Lee and Ben.
Good luck, boys.
Lee drops. Ben wins immunity and reward. Congratulations to Ben and Lo on winning individual immunity for both your tribes. For Ben, McKenna will be in touch with you about the reward.
Mm-hmm. And as well as the rest of Iguazu, you did win a coupon code to their store as well.
So McKenna, how about you tell them how this round's going to go?
All right. So both tribes are going to tribal council. You will both scramble at the same time separately. So once it's time for tribal council, everyone will join tribal council. Pink, you will get to watch Purple's tribal council, and then you will have your tribal council while Purple goes to the holding area, and after they have voted someone out, and then you will then vote someone out.
As soon as they said tippy toes in the setup, I was like, okay, let me go run and find my tennis shoes, because I have terrible feet. I have like actual, like, I go to a podiatrist for my feet. So it helped I was wearing shoes, but I really didn't think I would last as long as I did. I'm going to credit my bar instructors of Colette and Carly for all those releves they have us do during class, because I literally think that's the only thing that saved me from hanging in there that long. But yeah, it was hard because like you can't watch anyone else. You're just going off of what everyone or what the commentary is. So I was trying to remember who was in my tribe and who was left, so the countdown helped. But I didn't expect to win the whole thing, so I was just trying to hang in there as long as I could to win immunity for my tribe.
No, I'm like 40 years old. I sneeze and my neck hurts. I thought there is absolutely no way when I heard this challenge that I had a chance. So the fact that I got second in our tribe on that is a miracle, or the other people are just through that challenge. My calves are hurting. My butt was hurting. I was farting in the camera. I pretty well am confident that my butt was facing the camera and I was farting. And you would come on the intercom and you would go, oh, everyone's steady right now. Everyone's perfect. And I am just like hearing this ping pong ball move. I am hearing the cups. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so the challenge was annoying because my friend Lee sent me and the advantage. And I had a feeling he might. So I'm glad to know I was correct, but I completely still struggled and like was one of the first out, even with the 30-second advantage that he gave me. So that really sucked. So I didn't get anything. And now I'm having to go to tribal for the first time in the game and know what scrambling is like. So that was definitely a struggle, but I'm really happy for Lo on our tribe who got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a calf massage after that.
Girl, you look a while.
I hurt so bad.
When they said go on your tippy toes, I was like, I gotta go put on my tennis shoes because if I'm not wearing shoes, I will be.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Lydia, you're on mute.
Thank you. I didn't go high enough on my toes. I like could have, and then I just lost it. I should have put it up a little bit higher. I'm not very good at these anyway.
Ugh.
I'm going to be completely honest. I knew I wasn't going to do well at that challenge because I've done things like that before and I'm always one of the first ones out. I thought I might be a little better. I always I know I think where I went wrong this time was I didn't go high enough on my tippy toes. I think I could have held it better, but I placed the cup in the wrong spot. And then by the time that it was, I couldn't adjust in a good way that would work. So I just dropped. But whatever. I'm hoping that I have some decent relationships to keep me in the game. So what else? Lo surprised me, but I'm really happy that she won because I wanted to work with her. And I think it's just generally easier to kind of, get in with someone and maybe have control of the vote when they've got immunity. She and Vee and I kind of talked about maybe doing a little girls thing. And I know Jonathan is really strong because he talked about being doing Spartan races and stuff like that. And so I was kind of hoping he would lose, and then he did because I think he's who I want to go. So I was worried that he was going to win, and then when he dropped, I got really excited. And Luke surprised me too. He kicked some ass, and I was really happy about that just because he's a fun guy.
Lex, how do you feel? Because you said you're the only team member on.
I feel horrible. Like this sucks because I literally have no
I'm in danger.
I feel like I'm in danger. Like I'm like that scene from Ghost. I'm like, you in danger, girl. I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I am, and I know, and Lee sent me the advantage, and I don't know, I'm sure.
Oh, maybe they pulled her. She just disappeared.
Lex, how did you feel? How was your vibe with your old tribe mates?
Mm-hmm.
He's in confessional.
No, they're sweet, but the thing is, we didn't really bond. That's what's so hard about this mini setup. I know that for example, I know that John is a plant dad. Okay, great. I know that Andrew has weights in his gym. We honestly, and that's what's so hard is it was very just service level stuff. So to answer your question, I'm not in alliances, if that makes any sense. Because we only had the one vote and it was pretty unanimous because we had a bad seed in our group.
Oh, sure.
So it's we didn't really have any kind of gameplay at all. So if you guys want to start something with this new purple, girl, I will bleed purple. So, it's just trying to figure that out. So we're about to go to tribal council, and I'm literally the only green person on this tribe, so they could easily just all gang up on me, no problem. If they want to make a move, I'm a number, but I literally have no idea what they want to do. And it could easily just be 2 tribes against 1 and I'm out. And that's what I think is going to happen because no one's telling me anything. So right now I'm just trying to plead the case of, if you need a number and need somebody, pick me.
Did y'all get the idol clue?
No.
Okay, I got the idol clue.
Where?
It was during the challenge. They changed their name. I'm just
It said
So-
slide into my DMs, which I did, but I didn't get anything.
Maybe I assumed everyone got the clue who did it.
No. Like, how did you get a clue, Ferrell?
The I slid into their DMs.
So the challenge started up just, after we did the swap, and or not the swap. The challenge started up after the last tribal, and I noticed that Alex's Zoom name has changed to slide into my DMs, and I was like, that looks different. So I did exactly that. I went in and in little asterisks, I went and said slides into your DMs, and he sent me an idle clue that it's a phrase I have to say at the next tribal. The phrase is, I'll read it to you now. I'm losing my sense of time. It's like someone tipped an hourglass sideways. And then what really got me was that Vee apparently found, I think maybe the same thing. Maybe it's a different phrase. Maybe it's the same phrase and whoever says it first gets it. I don't really know, but Vee was upfront about getting it, which I think is really interesting. I don't think you should tell people about your idols and advantages, even if they're your allies, because they can use it against you whenever they want. So I don't know. I'm not really sure if I want to like go right out and try to say it first and get the idol, or let that be for Vee and let her put that target on her back. Not sure.
I did too.
so-
I did see their slide in the DMs comment.
A phrase at our tribal, and I'm going to say it.
Where's it at?
I have to say a phrase at tribal council.
Say it, girl.
And I'm gonna say it because I know, and I just know I'm one of the people who's vulnerable.
No.
So real talk right now, because Luke, you were with Lo last tribe.
Correct.
Were you and her close?
I like Lo. I can't vote for Lo. Lo has immunity.
Right.
So
Vee,
there's no Luke play a Lo move here. It's
no, absolutely. And Vee, because Vee, you were with Lydia and Jonathan.
No, I was with Jonathan.
No?
Jonathan was on Luke's tribe.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the problem is that the other three are realizing that we were all on the same tribe. My hope is that they will split the vote because we give them enough names and they don't come together. Unfortunately, I got pulled for confessional right when the three of them were together. So who knows what's about to happen. But I would go to rocks before I would write Lo or Jonathan down. So I think we're going to go ahead. I think I got Jonathan talked into voting Lex. I think that's where we're going to go. I like Lex. I think he's a great guy. I love his waterfall analogy. We just need a name right now. And I think I am more willing to work with Lydia. And then Vee is throwing out that she has an idol, and I'm not going to mess with that. But if she doesn't do what she says she's going to do, then I'm going to call her on that the next group. And I think that's an easier vote because she was dishonest. So this is the way I can find out to trust Vee or not. It's a lot, but we're going to get through this.
I saw you across the bar and I liked your vibe. I would love to work with you.
I know. I was like, dang, she's a puzzle. Like,
Yeah.
I need to do more puzzles, dude.
Mhm.
I felt I was freaking out because my thing was glitching, and I was like, I can't screw this up.
But then we ended up killing it. Also,
I know.
okay, Jonathan asked me to talk, but I think he's going to be a challenge threat, and he's the name that I'm kind of thinking about. But I don't know if I'm open.
I've been thinking the same thing. Like, I think because I was like trying to listen who was lasting the longest. I honestly did not think I was going to. I'm not as concerned with him still on our tribe, but I'm okay to go into the, like, if we end up
and use tribe
and then targeting him, I'm good with that. I
think and I mean he's good. He just said he's good with me, and then like I'm fine with that. Especially because you're right. I think that he will continue to be a friend down the line.
I thought I would just show up here and say hello, and then I'm going to go back to the other room. Vee is playing an idol of some sort that they found at a tribal council, and there's a phrase they're supposed to say.
I'm jealous. I was wondering if there were tribals or immunities.
What did she say about it?
She said she found it. She has a phrase she's supposed to say.
Okay.
So where's your head at, Lydia?
My head, well, we were just talking. This is like not a this vote, but Lo and I kind of think that Jonathan would be a good person to take to merge and then cut, because he's going to be a challenge threat. But this vote, I don't know. It sucks because I like all of these people.
I feel pretty good about sticking with Jonathan and Luke from my original Igazu tribe, but I don't want it to come off that obvious. I know Vee and Lydia were aligned. I want to chat with Lex too and just see what he's thinking. But yeah, we'll see. I think we all kind of have a distance vibe right now, maybe. But we'll see if that's how it's interpreted by the other tribe mates too.
If I get an idol, I will do my best to help protect you. Because I think now
I like you. Just so you know.
Now I'm scared that like I think maybe they won't vote because they're all going to tell each other that I have that idol clue, and that's not a lie. I wouldn't lie.
Yeah, no, I think Luke is definitely like, I don't know. I'm nervous by him.
Yeah, I don't think I should have told him. I just was like, I was kind of like, this is something I have. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
I was a little loose lipped, but it's like, maybe I should have sat on that. But it's also like, the phrase I'm going to say, it's obvious.
What is it?
Well.
Oh no, you can say, no, girl.
It's like one of those awkward phrases that are like they do in the show. That's
right, like with soccer balls and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, in the challenge, I got an idol clue. So I went ahead. I know I'm on the chopping block, but I imagine it's between me, Lydia, and Lex because we're not the three in the majority because it's 3, 2, 1 from the original trio tribes. And so I told them. And I know I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have kept it like more to myself, but I knew I'm gonna have to say this really weird phrase at tribal anyway. So it's already gonna be obvious that I got something. So I went ahead and just was like, I have this idol clue. I will be saying it is kind of how I said it to them. And I know I was told like Jonathan was gonna start targeting me because of my idol clue and all this stuff. So the vibe around camp is just like very tense. So many freaking names are being thrown out. Like the only name that isn't being thrown out that I'm annoyed about is Luke, because Luke keeps going into he keeps being like, okay, I'll follow y'all to the beach. I'm gonna follow you here. And he's trying to push me to vote Lex. And he was like saying trying to guilt me into it almost. He was like saying to me like, you like, this is how I build trust and you need to do this. Otherwise there won't be trust between us. And it's like, I don't really like that kind of gameplay. And so I'm like kind of considering going back and being like, why don't we vote out Luke? If that's like, I don't know, but everyone, the people in the minority, me, Lex, and Lydia are thinking about voting Jonathan because he's strong. And then I think the original majority are trying to target one of us three. I mean, who knows? I think they might put it on Lex. Hi.
Hey. We got some knowledge and or Lydia and I were told something by Luke.
About me?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
like I probably shouldn't have shared, but I was like, I'm clearly on the chopping block, so I might as well, like, this would be the time.
I didn't even I just went to confessional, so I wasn't even strategizing. Why were you thinking? I haven't heard a name yet, so I don't know.
Oh, because I'm not in the majority. That's the only reason. Is why.
Oh, okay. Okay. So did you guys put a name out there? Because I haven't.
No, we haven't. I feel like it's not like Coach. Did you and Lydia have a name?
So we were thinking Jonathan, but not this vote. After, like, if we make it to the merge, it would be because he, like, I think he does all these tough mutters and everything, like, so he could be tough on comps.
If I have to pick a name, I want to pick somebody who like could be a threat down the road, right? So that my thought right now maybe Jonathan, but I don't know. Like I'm just
that is what I said too. Lo thinks we should keep him till merge. I was open to that, but then it's like, what's the alternative? I don't want to vote anybody else out.
Right.
And it's like I don't know. I think I'm the odd one out, so I feel like
but I wanted to say like if you want to, like that.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is I think I'm like right now I got tribe swap and I have no numbers, so literally I'm like I think I'm next, and this is like. I'm bummed, right? So it's like if y'all want to do something, like know that I'm a number, and that's the thing is like I'm happy to do something.
I don't want to vote for you.
And then he's gone. So
V.
You think of V?
I'm just going for a name.
How was the vibe in there, Lydia?
So I mean, okay, Lex is worried.
Okay.
But I think that Lex could be a good number. But Lex was thinking as well, Jonathan, because of the physical threat. But
yeah. I mean, if we want to go that way, like I'm down for a female alliance too.
I think that this would be a good group, and there's also women are the minority in this game. So
sure, because I haven't been in a room where there's more than one other. Yeah.
Female. Okay. Yeah. So I like sticking together if you guys are all cool with it.
And I'm gonna do my clue thing tonight.
Okay.
If it works, I'll do. I mean, it's an open secret. If it works, that I have something. So I'll use it. I'll try to use it to protect us. Like.
Okay.
We do Lex.
Oh, confessional. So
Can we do Lex?
yes, me, you, and Lo are still together, right?
Yes, I'm going to draw rocks before I turn on either of you.
No,
We got to get someone from the other group to vote with us.
I don't want to play. I really want to play with you guys. I don't know, and I don't know how to explain. I know that we haven't had a chance to talk to the rest of the people, but
I want to make myself perfectly clear. I am drawing rocks before I vote against you and Lo. So I want to make sure the three of us get another name and we get that on Lex, or we get them to split their vote.
how do you feel? I mean, I feel like I'm the first person to throw out a name out there, but Vee.
I think Vee has an idol like Vee set. Okay.
Do you want to take Lex in?
I think if the three of us vote Lex, we need to now split their votes, or we need to get one of them to join us.
If we go Lex, we could see who the other two people go for.
Right. So let's go make that happen. Jonathan, I'm going to be crystal clear. I am with you and Lo to the end.
All right. If I don't get a chance to get alone with Lo, can you tell her I'll go with Lex for vote?
That's the plan.
Do you want to vote Jonathan?
I'm good with it.
Okay. And then we'll see, because then if somebody else is down, then it's fine.
Yeah. And I honestly, the thing is, like, I mean, I had to think about, like, down the road right now, like, it's like, yes, in my mind, like, get out people who are going to win merge, right? I don't want a Jonathan.
Right. That's the concern, is that, right, it's like there would be challenges that he could probably lose, but it's like how many and when is the opportunity going to be right, and then idols and advantages and stuff for a thing.
And we're strong. Look at our tribe. We don't necessarily need weight. We don't need like that kind of stuff. Like we're in a way competitive, I think, too. Like we cruise through that rock one. If it's more puzzle based, I think we can kill it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just so you guys know too, really fast, and I'm not trying to plead my case and be like, oh, I'm by myself. B, I already told you one-on-one, I like you. I think you and I would love to work with you. Lydia, I haven't told anybody this. Transparency. I'm from Seattle. Like, just so you know.
Fucking way. Oh my God, where?
So I'm Renton. No one knows where that's at. Okay.
Oh, I do. I mean, my internship deals a lot in like South King County. So cool.
Sorry, because I think the votes are going to be put on me. So it's like, it's going to tie? It sounds like.
Then you'll be safe if it ties, because it goes right to rocks.
Okay.
But like, the thing is, we want to try to pull in like somebody like.
I would love to,
Luke?
but who? Luke? You think Luke would do it more than over?
I think because Lo's smart, and I'm not trying to discredit like Luke's like his.
No.
But he's I think he's more able to be convinced.
Okay. Did he get pulled? He wanted to talk to me.
I think.
And I'm about to get pulled. So if you can talk to Luke, tell him on my behalf as well that I want to. I'm good to work with him, and that if he's down for Jonathan.
Instinctively, I think Vee looks like a very strong social competitor. I noticed when I had gotten out of confessional, from last confessional what popped in, she had this, oh, look. And so it makes you really think like, was she trying to pitch something about me and maybe she reacted? Who knows? But I noticed that she does have a strong pull and she likes to conversate. I think I have a gut feeling that she could likely see me as a threat and wants to get me out.
I mean, who are you hoping to?
Well, I was thinking from what I was told was Lex would be just the lower denominator, but it's like, I know I feel like it's an easy way, which makes sense. And I think it's safe for all of us just to go. We could go with Lex. It just seemed like that's the name that I'm going through or hearing. I don't know if my name's being thrown out there, but I almost feel like I do because I don't know. But I guess it's just the energy, but then I could just be like, oblivious. It's just I'm gullible, so I'm trying to tap into don't be gullible, John. So it's like maybe everyone else feels that way.
Yeah, on it, I'll just be real with you, because I might get pulled soon. I've heard you're gunning for me, so that's why I'm feeling right now very like, I think that's why maybe I'm coming across a certain way to you, because I'm feeling very like scared and protective. Does that make sense?
If anything, I didn't say I was gunning for you, but I do feel like I'm probably the one that is not liked. I don't know. I guess it was when I came into confessionals. When I came back, you had a reaction. And I was like, oh no, is she gunning for me? And so I think I was feeling like you were gunning for me, and I vocalized that.
No, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. That's not at all.
No, I think that it's just the game.
If there's a
Wasn't Jonathan on
majority,
the original tribe with you guys?
Huh?
yes.
Wasn't Jonathan? Do we? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. Do we want to do a foursome and just get Lydia then?
But
Okay.
but I'm wondering, do we need to split it? But then it could be a draw.
If we split, it goes to rocks, and then that's gonna affect Luke's and my game. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, because I have immunity and I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
So in my mind, like, do we want to go ahead? I mean, do we want to just are you
Sure.
this as a tribe? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would prefer that plan to the other
Okay,
one
what was
you were
the plan
throwing
I
out.
I missed it. What was it?
Lydia.
Just switch over to Lydia, like put a random name on there, or not a name that we have talked about.
Well,
Is that what? So what Lex is suggesting, and sorry if I'm talking for you, is that Lex joined what our original tribe was. He's thinking that we were loyal to each other, and we have a foursome going into the merge. But then we have to either eliminate Vee or Lydia.
Yeah, but we're not sure about Vee's status.
I'm trying to figure out as far as I feel like me, Lo, and Luke are on the same tribe, but however, I think with this forming and storming, it's hard. I don't think we're all on the same page. I feel like we all don't know what to do, so it's just like a big stalemate. So
I can tell you what I've been hearing.
Okay.
Your name's out there, and I'm not trying to scare you at all. I'm trying to I want to work with you because you're obviously somebody who I want to work with, like down the road in the merge, and like just like seeing who you are. And Luke can even tell you this too. Like, so like we're just talking on the beach. Luke told me that Vee might have an idol. She saw that on the productions thing. It said slide into my DMs, and so Vee might have an idol. If she plays an idol, that could be bad.
Is that a scare tactic?
What's up?
You think there's any chance it's a scare tactic?
I'm starting to believe that idol doesn't exist, but I don't know. But I don't know if I want to risk a vote on it.
I'm thinking, and that's the thing. I'm like, right now it's too early to risk those kinds of things. I mean, we're really early on in this game, still before merge. In my mind, it's like if we want to stay 4 strong, like having the 3 of you guys, like your original pink tribe, just for the time being, and then I could be your 4th person to get out somebody, like get out Lydia because you're not expecting it. You know, like that's an idea. I don't know.
Blindside. It could be a blindside.
It'd be a hashtag blindside.
I'm sweating my ass off right now. This is like.
Okay. Did I hear you? Okay. No hard feelings, but someone told me that you put my name out there.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let's.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Who told you
That's
that?
what I think it might have been Lo, but I'm not sure. Or was it Luke? It might have been Luke. Either way, okay. So did I can't remember. Did Luke say he hasn't played before?
I don't know. I don't know his game at all.
Because Lo seems to think he did. I know him from minis, so if he said that, he's lying. Yes. No, maybe it was Luke. I'm sorry. I don't want to like create bad blood either. Like this was a genuine question, and I really like you. And I think you're really cool, and I want to work with you, and that's genuine.
Lex.
Finally,
we are making the vote right here.
Okay.
I'm drawing rocks if it's a tie for both of you. So if we can just lock in a name of the 2 of them.
Lydia, I don't think she will know it because I feel like it's hard. It's confusing between Vee and her immunity idol, and then Lex, and Lex is it will.
I'm down for one of them. I'm down for one of them.
I have no preference, and I really want to get this out before we get stopped here.
Lydia, before she comes there.
Okay,
Lydia,
let's lock it in, never talk again. Someone will bring up the other room, so that way we keep names out.
Okay, I'll stay here. Lydia,
all right.
Lydia.
All right.
So individual immunity feels fantastic. I was on the wrong side of the vote last time. Not even my enemies betrayed me. My allies betrayed me as well. Selkirk didn't even vote with me. I voted for Austin, who's still here, but having individual immunity makes it a little bit easier to kind of try and mend these bridges.
Okay, I didn't realize that I had played with Emily as well before in a previous game, the same one I played with Lee, because there's a lot of people, so it's hard to look at everybody. And she went by her last name in the other game. And so it took me a minute to realize, and I don't know if she realized it instantly either, but we first started talking about that we played with Lee before, and then I was like, wait a minute, we played before, we were number 1s. So both her and I worked together to snake Lee out. Like we got Lee out of that game because Lee was coming after us very hard. So I don't know, we've just met up, the 3 of us, talked about playing together, no one would know it, so we could all work together. Lee, I know, does a lot of sneaky things in games, I've heard, and did it in that game. So I don't know if I fully want to trust it, but I'm happy to tell everyone, like, yeah, this works. So what?
We could, guys. This could be it. One of each.
Yes.
I haven't told anybody.
I haven't either.
They don't know.
But are you worried Sarah has something?
I'm not
You want
worried.
to use it?
I'm not worried that I don't think she'd use it because if she thinks that Austin and I have her back.
Oh, yeah. Emily and Jon and I came together and they're saying to vote Austin, but I don't know if I can trust it. I'd be very curious to see if that's what they actually do. So I think that it's going to be hard. Like, I've considered saying that I found an idol. I'm trying to keep that a little under wraps. But because I haven't, but I just want to see if I like want to fake that out or if then they just try to call my bluff, what they would try to do. I know that Ben told me he has a clue to an idol that he can try and get it tribal. So maybe if he sees me not playing the idol, he will try to play it on me, but I don't think he will.
So, Jon and Emily, I made you both a promise I was not going to write your name down until we at least got to the merge. I plan on keeping to that. Lee and I are from our original tribe. If we were going to go with a group of 4, I think this is the group of 4. Sarah probably has something.
What if we do the other?
Austin?
How about I jump in that other room since they probably think I'm going to hop in the other room. Okay. If anyone else wants to join. Sarah,
I just got back.
I was just saying I was going to
come
up to you.
Hi, besties.
Hi. Ben, how was
Okay.
your confessional? We missed you dearly.
I miss you all dearly. Every time I'm with a member of Prod, I'm like, I could be talking to my new besties. But
They're not grilling me and asking me like who I don't like and like who I want to put out. We're just avoiding the topic.
Oh, was that Jon that got abducted?
I think he went to the other room.
All right.
He said he was going to the well.
Yeah. So the names I've heard are Sarah and Lee.
Okay.
And Lee
I know where I'm
saying
going with that.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah and I talked about Lee personally.
Yeah, and that's
And
why
you and I, Emily, we talked about Lee.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Austin, you could get Jon in that really easily. The question is, does he have something? He's adamant. He keeps saying, "Oh, Sarah has something. Sarah has something. Sarah has something."
Jon is saying that?
Lee is.
No, Lee is.
Lee believes that so adamantly. Wasn't he in this position to like be getting something?
Yeah. I mean,
he was worried about you being on exile and whether or not you like were able to get anything.
I mean, that's actually one of the things they asked, like, what are you worried about? And I said,
yeah,
they're instantly like skeptical of you and they don't know you and he doesn't know me. So I don't know. Should one of us pop over there to see what they're talking about?
100%.
Yeah, I can go.
No one wants to tell me anything.
Oh,
I mean, it's hard. I definitely feel like this game is definitely harder than I thought it was going to be. What are you thinking? Like, what's the name that you would do?
It's just I have nothing to go off of, and that's what makes it so hard. Like, I wish Selkirk was still here because I would have said Selkirk because he was such a weak performer on our tribe. Like, he was almost the reason we lost every single time, and then ultimately was the reason we lost. So like that would have been such an easy name to throw there.
Well, that's why we struggled so much, like at Green's first tribal, was because like nobody like did like exceptionally poorly in any of the challenges. So like you don't have anything to base it off of.
Right.
Also, nobody really like blew anyone out of the water either. So it wasn't like an obvious target to be like, that person's too good, which I feel like sometimes you have to think about, like, is that person too good? Can I beat them later? Like, my calves cannot beat anybody's calves.
Well, and that was my worry after solving the word unscramble so fast, was I was hoping people wouldn't think
hold it against you.
To be honest, I couldn't even remember who solved it.
Yeah.
Because it was so long ago.
And then here I am, like first person out in like less than 5 seconds on this last one. So
what?
Does he have something?
I don't know. I don't know when he could have.
Yeah.
Right?
When the thing with the safety, do you think that itself was the advantage in itself? Like, there's no opportunity to get something else with that?
I don't think because he was with the other tribe the whole time, whereas Sarah was alone, so it's more mysterious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would personally like to vote us three. Us three voted together in the last round, and that's all I can base my vote off of is like,
Yeah.
Thank
are the three
God.
I can trust.
I was not sure what was going on in all these trials.
That's totally what my thought process is, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not anti-Sarah. I liked her the first try, but it is scary to not know. And I also, Austin, I don't want you, I, and her being grouped together by having a most number. So I'm between the two of them, to be quite honest. Just because I don't want it to become we have an OG numbers and people think that means that we're all working together, because like we're not. We're just, I feel stronger with this three than that three, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you guys have a preference.
I just think there's a merge coming, and I feel a little bit more comfortable with Sarah than I do Lee.
Okay.
Just taking into consideration that like he had all that time to like spend with the other tribe.
What relationships did he
And
make?
get relationships over there.
He's the only one
So I feel like he could definitely be dangerous come merge, like if he formed relationships on the other side.
So I would like to keep it between Lee and Sarah. I like Sarah the first round, but being exiled, it's very likely she could have something. So if I can make her feel good and not play it, now would be a good chance. If she comes to me, however, and says, hey, I went to exile and I got this, then that's game changing because she's sharing it with me. But she's yet to do that. We haven't had a lot of time. But I would be shocked if nothing happened. If maybe she didn't even get to like at least play for it and lost. But like if she tells me nothing, I'm very worried. If she tells me something and tells me she wants to work with me and exactly what happened on exile, or gets me to believe what she tells me, then I would rather get Lee out. But I also don't want people seeing me, Sarah, and Austin still being together. So I'd rather get one of them out before numbers look at us.
Oh, okay, interesting. I really wanted, not to be this girl, but I was like, I really wanted another girl to stay.
Yeah, I'm not voting women. I haven't voted a woman yet. I won't.
Say, I was the only girl. Okay, so I was like, when I saw you like struggle in the first one, I was like, if that cute ass girl with those bangs don't make it, I'm gonna be real annoyed. So when you came in, I was like, yes, okay. So that makes me feel happy. My instinct was Lee, to be honest. And if Ben is okay with that, I'm gonna go talk to the other guys.
I think we should do.
Yeah, go to Trino.
It's a little odd. I still think that Austin might be the play. Like he's not giving me anything for my personal game. I know that you two got along. I know that Lee, I think, is going for Austin.
Okay. As long as they're going for each other, honestly, and the four of us are voting one of them.
That's kind of where I'm at. I do think that Austin might be the play just to kind of keep things a little bit more even between all of us, because I look at you, Sarah, and Austin. I'm like,
Yeah. That's it's, and that worries me because if one of them gets safe next time, I don't want to be the one. And I'll tell you this, it's my word for it. The reason why I scrambled so quick at the end and asked individually to go talk to people at the end is because they wanted you because you're more threatening, and I said I would rather the other. And because you and I had that talk, honestly, I liked you both, but you and I had a game talk and he didn't really give me info. So I do plan on continuing to do that. And like you're safe, so I can't show you I'm doing that, but
like I appreciate that. I will not write your name down.
Yeah. I'd be down for if one of them goes that we're talking about now, the next one going next. Like
I think that's pretty reasonable. I think you, me, and Emily kind of at the core is going to be important, because that way we can hopefully pull in people from the other tribe, because hopefully they'll fracture after this vote and then we can go. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm good with you and Emily.
Okay, perfect. If we don't get to reconnect, as long as the name stays one of those three we named, I don't mind if we even don't vote together. Like if we both think that someone else should go, as long as it's one of them to go.
Has Sarah told you she has anything?
No, I haven't gotten to talk to her one-on-one. Okay. I've been trying to see if she will, because if so, that's game changing. If I can tell you, hey, she's with us, but I don't know yet. So I haven't gotten to talk to her.
Okay.
I missed you guys. I was so they asked me like, what team do you want to be on? And I said pink because you and Jon Maroldo team. And I was so excited that you won. And then, but now I think and I don't know how you guys feel. And I know it sounds cheesy, but the three of us could really do something.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and that was kind of Jon and I's whole thought process going into last tribal, was to try to make sure that both of us survived, so that when you came back, we would definitely have the numbers. We kind of pulled in Emily.
Say, well, who are you leaning towards today? Because we kind of talked.
I mean, Ben is safe. So realistically, in my opinion, it kind of comes down to Lee.
That's actually what we said on the other side. And
Okay.
try to talk to Ben because he said he would be fine going that way because he said it felt the most obvious, but I don't know if I trust him. I mean, I don't not trust him.
No, I mean, he voted for me, so I don't like necessarily trust him either. Because I mean, the way the numbers like broke down at the last one was it was 2 green, 2 purple, and 1 pink. So we were, I think both duos were trying to get Emily. But Selkirk, I don't know if he just didn't know what was going on or like didn't want to commit because he threw a vote.
That's
at
what they
Emily.
were saying. That's what Ben was saying. Like he couldn't get him to commit.
So I'm glad it turned out the way it did because now we got you back. So we've got 3 from the original green, and then we pulled in Emily too because she didn't really feel too comfortable on her original pink tribe.
I bet. Yeah, I think it'd be good to keep her.
Well, at least my thought process is with both tribes going to tribal, I'm expecting either a merge this next round or maybe the one after. So my main priority is just to make sure that we're keeping numbers. I'm pretty close with both Sarah and Jon from my original tribe, and we pulled in Emily on the last vote. So right now it's just about making sure that we have numbers going into the merge. So we're looking at probably shooting the vote towards Lee today.
I think that you're going to have some votes coming your way.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. I'll do what I can.
I think we should vote Austin.
Agreed. I voted for him last time. Yeah. Where are we at now? Tree Mail? Well, I'll go to Tree Mail.
So also, I have an.
You have what?
I have an.
Okay. You have an idol or a clue?
I have an idol.
Okay.
When I got stolen.
Okay. That's good. You should probably try and use it. I have a clue that I found in the last challenge. It's a tribal phrase. I'm going to say it at tribal and hopefully get it.
Okay.
So you're going to want to use it this round.
Okay. If for some reason you get yours.
I'm going to keep it because we'll need it next round.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to vote for Lee because he's the one I know the least. And he's gunning for me is what somebody told me. But like also he did really well in that cap challenge. So I feel like he's pretty capable. And like not to be this person, but I want to keep Emily. So hopefully she actually feels the same because I'd like to have another female on the team.
Okay. So I think Austin is the play.
I think Austin's the right move. We just have to make sure we get the votes on Austin.
Okay. I think Lee is with us, so that's at least 3. If we can get Jon or Sarah.
We need, Jon or Sarah.
Okay.
Or them both. Get them both to do it.
I'll try and figure it out. We're getting to the point where, if Selkirk went last time, Lee's more than likely going this time. My original 5 will be down to 3, maybe 2, depending on how the other tribal goes. And so I need to start making inroads with other people. And I'm getting a little nervous about kind of the duo of Jon and Austin, because if they are allowed to continue it's going to be a little tricky.
Sarah, if you're comfortable with sharing, did anything good happen at Exile?
Yeah. Okay, I did. I got an idol nullifier. I don't know anything about idols.
Okay. Well, hey, that's still something exciting.
Yeah, I got something, but I didn't want to tell them. I wanted to tell you guys. But we're good, the 3 of us, right?
What?
Yeah.
We're good, the 3 of us. Austin, just so you know, they're throwing your name out there too. Like they told me you and
me.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It seems to be a common occurrence so far.
Okay. So
I don't know why though. Is it because of the first challenge?
Well, I'm wondering if they told you that or they told them that because they're telling you me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard both, and I don't know if you guys have heard me, but I'll tell you now. I heard both. I think it makes more sense to do Lee for us.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I've heard both, and I don't know. Like the reasonings is Austin has been doing very well in comps, and Sarah, you were just gone.
So, like I've talked with Lee, and he thinks that Austin is probably the play, and then everybody else is kind of going with Lee. Lee, I think, was waffling between Austin and Emily.
That's they told me, Emily and Austin told me that they were going for me. Is why he was going for me. because he thinks I got something on Exile.
Who, Lee said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Austin and Emily told me.
He thought that you got something. He didn't tell me he was voting for you.
That's what Emily and Austin told me.
Okay. So I don't know if I'm getting played or if he's playing both of them.
But we can't play you because you're staying no matter what, right?
No, I mean, like, I don't know. Lee is very tricky.
Yeah, it is scary when there's all these things out.
So what do you guys?
I mean, that sounds like the way to go for me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think so. If he's being this tricky and saying so many names.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Ben is immune. He was going to be our easy vote out. But it's Survivor. Of course, the Survivor gods are going to give the guy who's the underdog the immunity, as they should. So now I have an opportunity to work with Ben again, which is good because is genuinely a neurotic, crazy player, which is what I love. I want crazies in the game. Lee is a crazy. Lee, I can't tell if he trusts me or not. I think I'm getting the vibes of mostly no, but it's convenient for him to work with us and be like, oh my God, we played the same game together. It's amazing that we're playing another one. I'm like, I snaked you over so hard in the game. It's the first opportunity I had, and then it failed, and then I did it again the second time. And I think I might want to do the same thing again here. I'm thinking about just throwing a vote at Lee just to do it. I'm thinking about throwing a vote at Sarah just to do it. I actually don't think I'm getting votes, so I could just kind of do something wonky right here. But if I accidentally cause a tie, then I would draw a rock. And what if I went home from causing a tie? So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not smart.
Hey, welcome Kirka and Iguazu to Tribal Council. You both will be attending. However, Kirka, you will be going first. So Iguazu, you are here just to observe the first tribal, so you can turn off your cameras. Hello, Kirka. Back again at Tribal. So
I had a nice break.
Let's start with Flo. Flo, you won individual immunity. Oh, thank you for showing the fire. So you won the first individual immunity. How did it feel to win that endurance competition?
It was the first time and probably the last time I will ever win something with endurance in the title. That is not my forte. I will thank my bar instructors, Colette and I'm forgetting their names, for all the releves that we've done in class, for helping me, but my calves are struggling. Like, I'm shaking.
I can only imagine. Jonathan, you were also up there for a while, a good bit.
I'm actually impressed. I skipped leg day.
That probably helped you.
Thanks.
So you got pretty far. You didn't get it. Were you upset that you didn't get the secured safety, or how are you feeling knowing that you are one of the 5 remaining people vulnerable at this tribal?
You know what? I'm still nervous. I'm a nervous wreck because my name's potentially thrown out there, but I think everyone else could be throwing names too. And it's really hard for you to tap into your intuition, but then also you don't, and believe people, but then you don't want to be too gullible. So it's just trying to find that right frequency. And especially with 2 breakout rooms, it seems like there's always a huge stalemate. So what do you do with that?
Absolutely. Vee, you were given an advantage, but it didn't seem that advantageous for you ultimately.
No, yeah, correct. That's an accurate statement. Sorry to Lee that I did not secure the bag on that one. Yeah, it did not work out for me at all. Yeah, I really, sorry, I'm like laughing. I it's like so much has happened in the last 20 minutes or so that I like basically forgotten the challenge completely. But yeah, I definitely messed that up, which sucks because I felt like I had a good technique going, but I definitely did not secure it at all.
Okay, so Lydia, you're in a new setting. You guys didn't have to go to tribal last round. Obviously, you had to make a decision here. You're a good mix of all the original tribes. So what was sort of like going through your process during this scramble round? Like you guys got a lot of time to have conversations.
Did we? I feel like, oh my gosh, it is like the time is moving weird. I'm losing my sense of time. Like it's just like somebody turned an hourglass sideways or something. Like it's been a lot. I was not expecting it to feel this crazy this soon. But my process was to try and, I mean, just like honestly connect with people who I vibed with, that's kind of how I like to play, especially in tribal portions of the game. I think tribe dynamics are really important. So despite the chaos and anxiety in my heart is like, I definitely, I think, yeah, I'm mostly vibes for this portion of the game.
Well, if we're talking about vibes, I have to go over to Lex. Lex is a big vibes guy. What are your vibes of this tribe? Like, how are you feeling about this group?
You keep saying the word vibes like it's plural. I'm by myself. Like, I'm the only green on this tribe. So all I got is, just talking to people and just hopefully it's not my name. It's hard because, like, genuinely, it's just like you don't have much time to really connect with people and really get a good feel for who they are. And like Lydia and Jonathan were saying, I mean, this is just like, it's like up and down. Like you lose track of time and trying to figure it out. I mean, it's just like, holy crap.
Yeah, time is definitely a construct of this game. You don't know what it is. It can be fast, it can be slow, it can be painfully slow for some. But ultimately a decision needs to be made. So Luke, what is going into your thinking heading into the vote tonight?
Alex, that's a great question. And I have no idea what is going through my head right now because I still am running on adrenaline when I was farting in front of the camera while holding the ping pong ball up with my head. So I haven't had a time to recover, and hopefully my neighbors don't mind the smell. But that being said, what's going through my head right now is, can we get through this vote? I mean, right now, for a $0 game, we are all a bunch of liars apparently on this side. So we'll see what happens here.
Okay. Lex, you seem a little perplexed by that.
I'm a little confused because I haven't lied to anybody. Like,
Okay, let me do a final sound bite differently. I got it. We're all a bunch of liars but Lex on this tribe.
I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I won't lie in this game. I mean, that's inevitable. Like, you're playing Survivor, right? Like, that's part of the game. But now I'm just like, well, shit. Like, what's going on? Or sorry, crap. What's going on?
I think my bigger point was, for $0, I felt like every single person was telling me the same thing, and I felt like I heard a couple different plans. And so that's what I was getting at.
Let's see. You know what? At the end of the day, like we all were saying, it's been fun. So let's see what happens.
What better way to end that? I think it's time to vote.
So my decision is based on, I want to keep the Lexes and the Lydias and the V's of the world together. I like us together, and I want to not let the majority dictate what happens to our fate. And also because of he's strong, I'm voting Jonathan.
It's not personal. I really wanted to get to know you and work with you a little more, but I feel like this has forced my hand a little bit.
My vote is for Jonathan. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this is going to go. I threw his name out, and I would like him gone because he's a physical threat.
So I truly want to work with Lydia. However, I was told by two people they're voting for you, and I maybe have stirred a little bit that Vee had the idol, so you're the person we should get out. They listen to it, and we'll see what happens. But if it bamboozles me, good on you, Lydia.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and wants to play it, now would be the time to do so.
McKenna?
Yes, Lydia?
I'm like kind of just unsure where I sit tonight, so I'm gonna play this just in case I drew up a little hourglass idol.
I can confirm Lydia does have a hidden immunity idol. Any votes for Lydia will not count. I'll read the votes. Lydia does not count. Lydia does not count. Lydia does not count. Lydia does not count. 2 votes left. Jonathan. The next person voted out of Trinity Falls. Jonathan.
Cool.
Wow.
Good to know.
God.
Yeah, very good to know.
Jonathan, the tribe has spoken.
I don't have anything to snuff my cup of water that I've been
There you go.
You know what? That was the most amazing way to go. And wow, like, I wish outside of this game, I wish I had more time with all of you. Lo, Luke, I love you guys already, and I hope we get to talk more. I can't wait to see how this game goes the rest of the day. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you for
Thanks,
playing,
good
Jonathan.
game.
Absolutely.
Okay, Iguazu tribe. Back here at Tribal Council, just saw some chaos happen. So, John, please tell me your reactions to what you just saw at that tribal.
I mean, watching it on the other side, it's always fun to watch a play like that. Like, it was cool to watch it happen and go into fruition. And I would look forward to learning, like, was that she made it seem like it was a random play, but like, was it? Like, did she know? Like, she was just like, oh, I'm just gonna use this. So that's my thoughts, is like, or did somebody tell her?
Maybe. Ben.
Good drama.
It's always dramatic here. Ben, you won a hard-fought individual immunity there to earn safety to the final 10. First, how's your Cavs feeling? And 2, do you feel like, how much more of a benefit do you see now having won overall and getting to see the other tribal?
So the cows are doing great, thanks. I think that seeing tribal was a good sort of revelation. We also had like a pretty 3-2-1 split, and they had a 3-2-1 split, and so it's a little weird because there's no set dynamic there. It's kind of, do the 3 and the 1 team up, to the 2 and the 1 team up, to the 2 and the 3 team up, and it seems like the 3 and the 1 teamed up there. So it's kind of informative to who's working together over there. It looks like Vee and Lydia might be on the bottom, but we can see how that translates over here, I guess.
Yeah. So you guys, for most of you, 4 of you, you've survived one tribal as a group already. Obviously, we have some new faces here. Sarah, you spent a whole round away from everybody. It was just you and your own fabrications of your mind. How does it feel now being back with a group? And how is that going to help you dictate how your vote's going to go tonight?
Let me think about this. Sorry. It definitely feels good to be back in the group. Like, it felt very unsettling being away and like not knowing what was happening and having like people talking and like maybe making connections, and like that's definitely like in the back of your head. So it feels like a sense of relief to be back like just amongst the group, but it also feels like very stressful knowing that like that is a way that you could make me the odd person out. Like, you could probably make an argument for any one of us why we could be the odd person out, but in my head that is like easy choice for people.
Yeah, so Austin, obviously we just saw an idol play. It confirms that there are advantages in this game. Has there been any other conspiracy theories or just talks around camp of what else could potentially be out there?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I guess the only thing that like some people have brought up is obviously Sarah being off on her own on Exile, which, if we know anything about normal Survivor, there's almost always an opportunity for something out there. But unfortunately, we don't know for sure. So it's hard to base a vote just on that.
Yeah, so Emily, there's a lot of unknown in the game of Survivor, but you also had a round here where you guys had the ability to build trust. Do you feel like that the vote last round is helping lead how this next vote is going to go and potentially how it's going to keep going forward for you for these next several hours of the game.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that, but with 3 tribes, it almost always goes to the voting block strategy. What I'm dealing with here has nothing to do with last round. It's all this round. We have 2 new people. It's a completely different dynamic. I'm wigging out because by this point, I've now seen every person lie at some point because I've heard them be in the room with who we were voting. Like, hey, yeah, we're not voting. We're voting together, right? And so it's like figuring out what's the right thing. And I had this, I'm just gonna put it out, I had this thing where I'm going between the rooms during this round and I heard so many names and I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing completely based on all the conversations because I heard too many truths and lies and I don't know when the truths were. And like that's scary because when you don't have the, I guess maybe the third room to be clear about who you and your allies are voting for, you could get a situation where you have someone voting potentially not the way you planned because they don't know. I'm wigging. Somebody tell us what's going. Oh.
The game can get anyone going crazy. So
I'm puzzled.
So Lee, obviously you had safety last round, but it deprived you of the opportunity to get to know this new tribe. Do you feel like you were a little bit behind the 8 ball when it came to figuring out this new tribe dynamic?
Oh, absolutely. I think I'd come into a room and, it makes it even trickier that reintegrating and we only have 2 rooms, so you can't really go anywhere. You're not going to talk in an open forum in a world where there's idols about who you're voting for. So a lot of it is just kind of staring at each other. And honestly, the vote is kind of like, well, who do I get less uncomfortable staring at in awkward silence? Because I don't feel like I have any clue what is happening. If I were to say like my raw emotions, it would sound like Morse code when you bleep all this out. But like, it's just, I really don't know what's about to happen here. Yeah.
Well, in a bunch of unknown, only one thing's for sure, Ben will not be voted out at this tribal. He has safety. So Ben, what should everyone be thinking as they go to vote?
No thoughts, just vibes.
Is that okay? So it seems like vibes is the theme of this season. But with that, it's time to vote.
I actually have something to say, if I may.
Okay.
So I was a little worried, and someone came to me kind of in the 11th hour and said that I'm getting the votes. So when I got kidnapped, they kidnapped me from my dog, and my dog helped me find, in my confessional, I did find an idol. So they're cursed, and I really just want to play it and get rid of it. I hope the people I trust are voting the way I'm voting, but I need to get rid of it this round because I can't take the risk. So we'll see what happens, but that's why I've kind of just stayed quiet. So.
Okay. Well, with that, I think it's now time to vote.
I will be voting for Austin.
Oh, this is a very tough decision for me, but I'm going to call him on his bluff. I do not believe that Lee has an idol, and I need to go into this next stage of the game with the numbers. So that is why I'm voting for Lee.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a card from my deck, and if it's even, I'm gonna vote for Sarah, and if it's odd, I'm gonna vote for Austin. Even, and that was Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Sarah. I'm probably out. I don't know. Oh my god.
I'll go tally the votes.
Didn't it already do that?
Oh, she tallied them. She's collecting.
If you listen to Jeff, he says tally. Now shh. Right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and wants to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. Austin. Lee. Sarah. That's 1 vote Austin, 1 vote Lee, 1 vote Sarah. Austin. Lee. We're tied, 2 votes Lee, 2 votes Austin, 1 vote left. Lee. The tribe has spoken.
Well, good luck. I'm a little disappointed, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave that to myself. Y'all, it was fun getting to know you all. But hopefully you'll stick it together and one of you will win at the end. So good luck, everyone.
Wow, that was probably one of the best ways to get on this game. I was not expecting that at all. I think that was just by sheer luck, obviously on my part, to pick a name and go with it, and knowing that I had a good alliance. Lydia did such a great job playing that. Really proud of her. I'm sorry that I voted for her. I just needed to go somewhere to get myself further. So good job to her. I had an amazing time. Thank you for choosing me. I hope to play this again sometime later down the road. And good luck to everyone.
Unfortunately, where I think I went wrong was being pulled for safety by the other tribe. Like, I think that I came in behind. And so I was already playing from behind at that point, and it was really hard to do it. I tried to stick it out and win the immunity, and I knew that was my thing. I made a last-ditch effort to say that I had an idol, wanted to see if it worked, didn't think it would, because I was like, they're either going to vote for me or they're not. So I had to do what I thought was going to be best, but I felt like, it was going to be a Hail Mary play either way. It's just, that's the way the cards fell. I got taken. It's really hard when you have like 2 breakout rooms to switch between. Like, no one's going to throw someone's name out in front of them. So that, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.